What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new video. I was thinking and watching a lot of YouTube videos lately, a lot about pH neutral products, and it made me realize I've never ever made a video specifically about Nebula, because all my attention always went to the alkalines and the acids, primus and purifica. Now, a couple of occasions where I use pH neutral have been occurred, and I was thinking that most of the time you have a product description with a lot of words, a lot of actions and stuff like that, but what about actual physical proof? Physical proof about what this product actually can do. Let's immediately dive into the website where we can find the most common information about this product.
Let us see what Nebula is all about. Let's go to pre-wash. Scroll down and go to Nebula. Second one, go. And immediately find out that Nebula is a chemical prodigy, a neutral foam with the power similar to an alkaline one. Well, we'll find out later in the video if that is actually true, because that is a bold statement. Nebula is a concentrated mix of surfactants, highly biodegradable, free of phosphates, formulated in such a way to adhere to the surface for a long time, cleaning it thoroughly, softening the dirt and road contamination of all kinds. Nebula is safe on every single surface, and even the most delicate gaskets and metal moldings. VDA certified, yep, fantastic. Safe wash, fantastic. Dilution ratios, a little bit interested about this one. Let me see. A little bit lower. Let me see. Safe surface, yeah, we already had that. Concentrated of highly biodegradable surfactants, meaning you can use it anytime, anywhere. Is that true? Sunlight, there we go, there's the one. Sunlight, safe in sunlight. Let's do that as well. Check that as well. High performance even in hard water situations. That is something to debate about. I already had a discussion with Andreas about this. I figure out we here in Italy have medium to soft water, and Andreas had very hard water. And to compensate hard water, you have to add more chemicals. Now, that might be a little bit chemicals, but it will never be double. Okay, check this. Go to how to use. See, stubborn dirt. There we go. Minimum dilution 1 to 25, 1 to 50 in spear foam. That will probably mean the foam gun. And other way to use this product. Other ways. Here, the dilution, the surface, yeah. Here. Sturdy dirt exterior 1 to 5. Medium dirt exterior 1 to 10. Nebula pump 1 to 20. Okay, and there's no, what's it called inside? IK foamer, so we'll add that one as well. I will use something like 1 to 10 for a medium dirty exterior, and then show a little bit of proof how this is going to work. Let's jump right in with that IK foamer, in this case the Nebula version of the Mafra. Dilution 1 to 50, medium soft water. Enter pump sprayer, pump foamer. Shake well. Make sure those surfactants and shampoos are very well dispersed through the liquid. Pump it up until its maximum capacity, and then generate an even and homogenic application of the foam. Key features should be lightly soiled car, in this case, very lightly. A little bit of dust on a protected car with a ceramic coating back then. Even distribution of product. Check the nozzle. Of course, you get 3 nozzles, I believe, with these kind of equipment, dispersion methods. So make sure you have the right nozzle. High foaming, medium foaming, low foaming. I don't know which one and which color goes which. Then we have foam sticking. Perfect sticking to the surface. I'm going to speed this up to speed 16. So you don't have to wait, but in every single test I do with the cling time is a total of 10 minutes, and that's the body work. The one here on the wheels just to see where it sticks the best. Tire, very well. Spokes, lightly difficult. Seems to be running off. Might as well use a sprayer for this, or a spraying for this instead of a foaming. Direct sunlight, we are not direct sunlight yet. We will do that later on. First it's about cling time, hang time. You have a pH neutral product. You cannot rely on the detergent power of this product. You have to rely on time. The more time the product has, the more effective it becomes. Center circle, time, temperature, dilution, and mechanical action. As in a pre-washed, mechanical action is out. We want to get rid of the sacrificial dirt first. And on a protected car, we know dirt is going to stick less. So this is a perfect opportunity to use a pH neutral foam. Next up, Foam cannon. Dilution 1 to 20. I got a Kercher K7 standing there. Not too much special. I think it's a normal foam cannon, not so difficult. Different foam picture. As dry and clingy as that foam was in the Nebula foamer, you see here we have running foam. 1 to 20 in the foam gun directly to the surface. A lot of foam dripping down, a lot of foam sticking. Does the actual perfect foam exist? What is the perfect foam? Does it need to stick? Does it need to clean? Does it need to do both? Does it need to be able to be drying up in the sunlight without any issues? What does that foam need to do? Now in this case you have a pH neutral product, diluted 1 to 20, then exponentially diluted again in the foam cannon, making the end dilution, something like 1 to 100, 1 to 150. I don't even want to scream it out. The initial layer of foam is slowly dripping off the surface, but that thicker layer sticking, clinging to the surface, much, much stronger. Again, I'm speeding up this process about 10 times to make sure that you have no loss in time and you can actually see the entire operation, where the foam is sticking, where it's running on this car. It's not dissolving, it is the emulsification, the loosening of the dirt, and especially on protected cars where the detergent power sometimes doesn't need to be that strong. A perfect opportunity to punch in that never.
Now, as the water hardness goes up, the additional chemicals goes up. I cannot tell you exactly which amount that needs to be, but it could be 1 cap extra to compensate for hard water. Would distilled or osmotic water help? Definitely yes. As I saw through test of Andreas, the difference between the faucet water mixture and the demineralized or the mineral-free water or the osmotic water or the demineralized water was indeed a lot better. The foaming capabilities were a lot better. So we have seen cling time on a dilution of 1 to 20 in the foam gun. We got the 1 to 50 in the hand foamer. Now I want to see the test in direct sunlight. Let's go.
Okay, here we go. Let's cook this stuff up in the sunlight. A little hard in the middle, and about 10 minutes of dwelling time, and that cooking into the sun. Phosphate-free, biodegradable surfactants, cling time, sunlight safe. I think that makes product necessity. Although we still have to accept that washing our car in direct sunlight in scorching hot summer will bring limitations and or problems. I think the guy with the first T-Ford in 1924 found out if he was washing his car with the rainwater or from the hose, saw those water spots, and that was probably the first guy finding out that you really cannot really wash your car in direct sunlight. Without limitations, of course. In the future I will have to make a comparison video between dry foam and wet foam, because that dry foam needs to stick. I used to say there's no such thing as too much foam, but there is. What does a 5-inch layer of foam do when the only contact it makes to the paint is the bottom? Same on the side. If it's too heavy, it drops down and it doesn't stick and it falls down. And with a pH neutral product, time is everything. So it's been cooking up for about 10 minutes. Let's take a close-up to see what has happened here on the fender so far. You see an angled surface there where the foam has dropped off versus the level side here on the window. Also non-stick on the window, dried in soap, almost completely dried foam. I think I want to impress this a little bit more. I want to impress you guys a little bit more. I want to give a little bit extra. I want to go into a little bit of the extremes. I can do this in the safe area, so you don't have to do these tests. Let's see. Rinse it off and see if there is any soap residue left on the surface. First up, fender. My God, Kraken, that's beautiful. No soap residues. Beading. Coating is performing. Perfect. Hood. Similar. No real dried in soap we saw before, but still, no residue left. Perfect. Okay, let's crank this up a little bit. Okay, combination, sunlight test, cling test, hang time test. How much does cling? How much does fall? How much does it hang? I draw the line from the fender to the back a little bit more clear, so you can see a line to see if that foam is actually sticking or if that line is degrading to the bottom. I was sorry for that. I was trying to see if my skin tone was close to the white of the snow foam, but I accidentally touched the door with my ass, removing a little bit of foam, so don't worry. If you watch back the video, you will see me try it in a speed of 16. That line is almost staying perfectly there where I made it, meaning that foam is working a very long time on that spot. But I'm not impressed yet. So far, the drying, okay, this might be a big edge. Safe in any situation, perfect. But I want to see something about cleaning power. Let's try to figure out something about the cleaning power.
The last thing, the debatable one, if we want to say it like that. Power compared to an alkaline one. Well, if that is true, it can only be achieved through a spray. And with a spray, I mean you have to put the product in a sprayer or an atomizer and pre-treat the surface, just like I always do with the Primus double tap or the double tap that Andreas said. Or what we do is the spray and then cover it with the foam to make it double loosening the dirt. But to show that with physical proof, I have to give you an example. So I took a car from outside under the shed that has been accumulating dust for a very long time. We have some sacrificial dust that would also be sprayed off with water, of course, but there will also be some dust or dirt sticking to the surface. Let's see, with a dilution of 1 to 10, what this product can do on this car.
For the visuals, I'm gonna do this on the hood, spray the product homogeneously, just like any other product, covering about the same time, doing about a 50-50 of the hood. Not a complete 50-50 because I also need a part that is untreated or has not been affected by the chemical sprayed. And I think in this case, if I would use a pressure washer or high pressure washer, the mechanical power or the kinetic energy of the water would do the cleaning also. So for this situation, dwell time in combination with slow water rinsing and then finalizing with nothing less than a tissue test to see the actual cleaning of this product. Please note, if I use pressure washer, we would have better generation of cleanliness. But in this case, it's just to show you a test that can be reproduced by anybody else anywhere inside the world to see if we can generate similar like results, proving therefore this product can clean actually. Might be a little bit over exaggerated to say that it is cleaning like an alkaline one, but remind yourself that when this product was made, Primus was not yet released, and we were talking about 6-7 years ago, when the hidden word of alkaline was still hidden by the word citrus, where people were just clinging another word to another type of product. Citrus being alkaline, because I've never seen a pH neutral citrus or an acidic citrus yet. Even let me see. The last part. Where is that freaking tissue? Don't tell me I'm now looking for the tissue. There we go. One wipe down. Definitely still dirt there. Cannot expect too much from a pH neutral product. And definitely touch free. Oh, here in the corner I know for sure it was not affected by any chemicals. I'll take about the same distance on the other side. No, that's not 100% scientific, people. Just the idea. The idea. Let's get that in close and see what 1 to 10 combination with slow running water did for the cleaning. My God, for a pH neutral product, that is impressive.
This concludes the video about Nebula. I've shown you a couple of demonstrations what this product is capable of. Feel free to add your dilutions in the comments, so I have a little bit wider of a database from similar parts of the world that might have a little bit harder water. That said, thank you guys for watching and see me at the next video.